All right, y'all, today we are going to be talking about this Bitcoin price action and what lays in store for us in the coming week. Now, Bitcoin did have a very large move to the upside on Friday and is currently finding resistance at the exact place that we were looking for in the live stream that we did on Friday. We can see right here that we were looking for us to come up to this important area of resistance where we had a nice confluence between the golden pocket Fibonacci retracement and the point of control of the previous range that we were trading in. And so we were waiting on Friday for us to come up to that area and find our resistance. Okay, this is the last live stream I did. We can see that we came up exactly to that area, and this is where we're currently finding our resistance. Now, this is still a leg up from the bottom that we put in on Bitcoin a number of weeks ago. And if we zoom out to a higher term time frame, we can see that Bitcoin was coming down to a very, very, very important area of resistance. Support. And that important area of support was the confluence between the bottom of this channel as well as the high volume node that we put in over the summer while we were ranging right about here. Now, this was a level that we were looking for in the VIP Discord to potentially take a swing long from. In fact, if we come here to the Discord, you can see that we gave the exact trade setup here in advance to get the bounce off of that level. And we were watching that level as we were coming down to it in the Discord. Right here, as we're coming down to the bottom of that channel, we had a very, very important area of support. And we were watching and waiting for Bitcoin to potentially come down to that area and get a bounce. And of course, we did get a bounce. And we have been anticipating a relief rally here. And here's why. There are three reasons why I am expecting us to potentially get a higher move on Bitcoin. I'm going to go over all three of them right now. So first of all, if we go to the weekly time frame, and I want to go there, and I want to turn on 3 exponential moving averages right now, and talk about what I think potentially could be happening based on what is happening with the current price action. So I'm going to go ahead and remove these things that I have on my chart here. And I'm going to go ahead and turn on the 21 EMA, the 55 EMA, and the 100 EMA. Now on the weekly time frame, we can see that Bitcoin is getting a bounce off the 100 EMA on the weekly time frame. This is very, very significant. The reason is because if we go to the BLX chart here and we look at what's happened in previous bull cycles during the downtrend from the top, for example, I'm going to go back real quick to the 2018 bull run with the blow off top, and we can see that the first time we come down to that 100 EMA, we are also printing a green dot on the weekly time frame below the zero line, and that gives us a very, very nice movement to the upside of about 50% before we finish the downtrend and bottom out completely before beginning the next run up in 2019. Okay, so coming back over to the Bitcoin chart, we can see that we are getting a bounce off that same 100 EMA, about to print a green dot on market Cipher B. Okay, this is a very powerful signal showing, at least in my mind, that we are in for a relief rally, and we're going to be talking about the exact targets that I'm looking for. But if we take a look also at the daily time frame, well, actually, let's go to the 4-hour time frame first. Okay, the 4-hour time frame, we can see right here that the 21 EMA has crossed above the 55 EMA, and this is actually very, very bullish. If we go over to the 4-hour time frame and we just look at these exponential moving averages, historically, and I'm going to turn off the 100 for now, whenever we see the 55 trading below the 21 EMA, the 21 is the blue line, the 55 is the purple line. Whenever we see these cross over, this is a very powerful sign that we're going to be in an uptrend for a little while, and whenever we see them cross under, this is a powerful sign we're going to be in a downtrend for a little while. When the blue 21 EMA crosses above the purple 55 EMA, this is a sign that we're going to be in an uptrend at least for a little while. And the opposite is true when the blue 21 EMA crosses below the purple 55 EMA. This is a sign that we're going to be in a down downtrend for a little while. So we can see that we have actually had these moving averages cross over, and it's more than just a little, whoopsie daisy crossover. This is actually a significant crossover. And so for now, as long as price can hold above that 21 EMA, I do believe that we are still going to see more upward movement here. Okay. Now I want to go to one more time frame, which is the daily time frame. Okay, the daily time frame. We can see a few things. Number one, we can see the money flow coming up here. We can see that we're about to get maybe a top out of momentum to come back down a little. And, well, here, let me go over to the Discord where I posted this here. And we can see that we are breaking out of this very important line of resistance. So I'll come back to the chart here, and I want to put on an important area of resistance right here. We can see that Bitcoin had been trading in this falling wedge, and we can also see this diagonal area of resistance, which we have broken above for the first time since November 11th. Now, there's another very important area of resistance that we're coming up to right now, which is this green box. This green box right here is a very important area of support and resistance throughout the entire year of 2021. It was our resistance, and then it was our resistance again over the summer. It was resistance flipped into support at the end of the summer, support in the fall, support back in January, and now in February, it's acting as our resistance. If we can come above this area, I do believe we are going to see Bitcoin reach higher prices. Right now, in my mind, we are coming to a relief rally where we can expect to see Bitcoin retrace and put in a lower high on the macro time frame before putting in a lower low. This is very, very similar to what happened during the last bull run when we saw back in 2018, where when we did, and I'm going to come back to the weekly time frame to show you that when we did come to the 100 EMA, which happened right about here. In fact, let me put that back on so we can see. This is what I was showing at the beginning of the stream. We come to that 100 EMA, print the green dot on the weekly time frame, giving us a bounce before we come back down to put in a lower low, and that would be the bottom. So I'm kind of expecting the same exact thing to happen right now for Bitcoin, where we are going to get a bounce here, put in a lower high, and then come in for a lower low. The reason why I'm still bearish on the higher term time frames is because of the fact that the money flow is coming down on the weekly time frame. And when we see money flow coming down on such a high time frame, it means there's a good chance that we could come down lower. Does it mean 100% we will come down lower? No. But what it does mean is that things are showing us that there's more downside potential, and we need to be prepared for that, okay? We need to be prepared for that. So coming back now to the daily time frame, I want to look at some very important levels that we need to come above if we want to see higher price action. Now, first of all, I would like to see us potentially, first of all, we need to come above the 55 EMA on the daily time frame. Second of all, we really do need to come above this very key area of resistance, which is going to be the $44,000 area. This is the last area of resistance that we have to come above before we have officially changed market structure on the daily time frame. So if the price of Bitcoin, let me turn off these EMAs for a second. If the price of Bitcoin can come above this $44,000 level, we will have officially switched market structure on the higher term time frame, putting in our first higher high since November 11th. If we can put in a higher high and hold 44 as support, then the next major areas of resistance where we could look for targets in this relief rally would be, first of all, the 382 Fibonacci retracement from the all-time high to the low of the dump that we put in back here at around $46,000 to $47,000. That 382 finds really nice confluence with the high volume node of this little range that we traded in here. And then the second target for me would be between 55 and 57,000, because we have the Fibonacci golden pocket retracement there, as well as if we just look at the volume that Bitcoin traded in pretty much all of 2021, we can see that we have the highest volume node coming in that area as well. Okay, so if we are going to get more movement to the upside here, which I do anticipate, I am first looking to the $44,000 level, which is a bullish market structure change. Then I'm looking for this fib retracement at 47,000, and then I'd potentially be looking all the way up to 57,000 before putting in a lower high on a macro term time frame, right? Coming up to make a lower high and then coming back down, rejecting off of something like that. This is currently my plan, or at least an idea that I have that I'm looking to trade, because I am still in the swing trade from down here. This was the setup given in advance in the VIP Discord. And by the way, if you do want to get into the VIP Discord where we post trade setups in advance, where we give daily technical analysis updates, you can go to patreon.com/Jason Casper. Also, if you want to learn how to trade, day trade, scalp trade, you can check out jasoncaspertrading.com. This course will give you the knowledge and the skills you need to become a confident, profitable trader. And what we do is we teach you exactly how to enter and exit a trade with a plan, to have a methodical step-by-step approach to trading. You will always know when to enter a trade, when to exit a trade, what stop loss to put, what take profits to put, how to use good risk management so that you don't blow your whole account, as well as how to have that mindset that will make you a successful trader over time. This is everything I wish I had known before I started trading. There's currently a 20% discount in the description of this video. So getting back to Bitcoin right now, the last thing I want to say is this. We can see money flow coming up on the 4-hour time frame, which makes me really think we do have more upward potential here. What would be really nice in my mind is a little bit of a retracement. We can see on the 12-hour time frame, momentum is topping off right here as the money flow is coming up. We can see on the 4-hour time frame that momentum is topping off as the money flow is coming up. What would be really nice, in my opinion, would be a retracement down to around the 382 fib, coming in around 38K. The reason why that's such a nice area for me is because it would be a really nice back test of previous resistance, right? This level was resistance right down here. This 39 to 40K level was important resistance for this entire range. So it would allow us to come down for a little retracement, get a bounce from here, and then potentially see those higher levels, because I do think we're a little bit, we need to cool down a little bit here, right? Bitcoin always surprises us, so we could absolutely pump from here. But if anybody has not been able to get into a long, if you didn't long the exact bottom like I did, then there are going to be opportunities to get into a trade. I am waiting for a retracement to actually add to my long positions. Right now, again, we are finding very important resistance right at the level we were looking for in the last stream. So to sum up everything I've talked about, first of all, I do believe we put in a very significant bottom. Based on the weekly, the daily, and the 4-hour time frame, I think there's a lot of room to the upside. But I do think, based on the monthly time frame, that we are going to get a move to the downside after a retracement. So going back to the BLX chart over here, which is Bitcoin from its inception, we can see here that one of my ideas is potentially coming back to retest this very important trend line that we put in here, which is going to be coming around that $47,000 level, rejecting from here, or coming up to the other trend line at about that $55,000 to $57,000 area, rejecting from here, and then coming down to some of these lower targets, either the $25,000-ish level, or potentially even the $16,000 to $20,000 level. And from here, this will be very bullish from Bitcoin, and we can get a move to the upside from there. So guys, if you got anything out of this video, make sure to like the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel. There is a 20% discount on the course right now. And again, if you do want to get into the VIP Discord, you can go to patreon.com/Jason Casper. God bless you all, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.